Welcome back to the Prep Pod, episode number 8, Belleville Football Edition. We're joined now by Bryce Underwood, class of 2025, number 1 quarterback in the country, and his teammate, Jeremiah Beasley, linebacker, class of 24, committed to the University of Michigan. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
So first practice in the books earlier last night, basically. Feeling well rested?
That's what you want to go with. Yeah, we could go with that one.
Jeremiah, how you feeling?
A little tired, but that's basically a usual day for real.
So the Midnight Madness edition, is that a new thing this season?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nice. So now we're entering into, actual practices starting. 7-on-7 season's over with. Summer ball is over with. The training programs, conditioning, all that is over with. How did the summer go with you guys and your squad?
I feel like it was great. We took a lot of time to bond, build chemistry as well, so we can not be beaten. Sure.
Well, I feel like a big thing that we did this summer that we usually don't do, I feel like we really hit the weights hard. That was a big thing for us. I feel like it's going to show this year.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. So you guys also had the commit or hitting the recruiting trail hard for both of you guys this summer, taking some visits. Jeremiah, let's start with you. Obviously, you made the commitment to Michigan, but what other places did you go and visit before you made that commitment?
I took 3 official visits. I took Michigan State was my first week. I took Michigan, then I took Missouri. It was great visits.
Oh, you went to 3 official visits?
Yeah.
Nice. And so the timeline, did you have that planned out that you wanted to get that commitment over with before the season officially began for your senior year?
Yeah, we planned that timeline around March after I announced that I wasn't committing on my birthday and I was changing it to the other date. So I just feel like that was the best time for me because I took on my official visits and it was a week after my official visits. So I feel like that was the best place for me. And
now you're just done with it, ready to just focus on football and then move forward from there?
Yes, sir.
So are you going to be enrolling early after the season or after that winter break, basically, or are you going to stick it out for the entire year?
I'm going to be enrolling early. I'm going to get there December 4th, so after Thanksgiving break.
After Thanksgiving break? Nice. And, Bryce, where were some places that you visited over the summer here?
Louisiana State University, Michigan. Where's that go? Probably a couple more spots I can't think of right now. So
yeah,
but those are the main 2 spots I've been to through this entire year, honestly. I've been to LSU 3 or 4 times this year, Michigan numerous times.
So have you broken yours down and knocked out a couple? Do you have like a top 5 or a top 8 you're dealing with, or do you still just have everybody kind of all in one big pot still?
Everybody's still in one big pot right now. My commitment date more than likely going to be January 6th.
Are you looking to shorten that list down at all, or no?
More than likely.
Still
trying to figure out when now.
So. Nice. And are you looking to enroll early as well? I know it's real important for QBs to do.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Very good. So, yeah, looking at going back to you, Jeremiah, linebacker is a position that they got you pegged to play in college, but obviously you're one of the top running backs on the team for Belleville. Is that a position you may dabble with in college, or are you going to be sticking to that linebacker spot?
I feel like linebacker going to be my main position, but, I done sat down and talked with Hardball and my linebacker coach. That's been a thing that they talked about, like possibility of me playing running back, goal line situation, stuff like that, just to get the ball in the end zone.
Which they did last year a little bit. They even had that guy throw a big important pass in that Ohio State game as well. Nice. And so you already have family that's playing collegiate football, right? You got Malik Carr, brother at Michigan State. Yep. What kind of influence did he play on as you were going through the recruiting process?
I feel like Malik was just like a big thing with me. He walked me through the recruiting process. He told me how it was. He told me how it was going to be when you get up to campus. He told me how it was. He told me how it was going to be when you get up to campus and stuff like that. So that was a big thing for me.
So you kind of knew what to expect with those visits you were going on?
Yes, sir.
Nice. And then you have another brother at Ferris State, correct?
Yes, sir.
And he was on the team last year?
Yes, sir.
And what position is he at?
At Ferris, he's going to be playing safety and nickel.
Safety and nickel?
Yeah.
So you guys played together your whole lives, basically?
Yeah, we played together our whole lives, from the Falcons to the West 7 Rams. He's been with me.
So first season without him?
Yeah, this is my first season with him.
So is he normally the one being a little bit older brother? Does he have to pick you up and make sure you were doing the right things and working as hard as possible?
No, I feel like it was a two-way thing. Sometimes I'll be slacking, he'll pick me up. Sometimes he'll be slacking, I'll pick him up.
Bryce, I see you laughing. You got a story about his brother get on him some?
No. I got nothing right now.
We'll get back to that. So, family-wise, too. So, Jeremiah, your mom, big basketball player, Country Day.
Yes, sir.
Right? And won a state title there, played at Tennessee for legendary coach Pat Summitt.
Mm-hmm.
And she coached as well basketball, correct?
Yeah.
So how was that like growing up with mom as having the coaching mindset as you were growing up?
Well, you know, I was always somewhere with her, whether it was basketball, we was at a football game with my dad, just anything. I was just always running around, active. So I felt like sports was really where it was at for me since I was born.
Yeah. Were you a hooper at all?
Yeah, I hooped from like 6 to 12. Real, I stopped it after a while. I was focused on track and football.
Real quick, huh?
Yeah.
Man, 12, that's an early age to give it up.
Yeah.
All right, what were you struggling with? There had to be a reason. That'd be something you didn't like about it.
No, it wasn't nothing I didn't like about it. I actually like playing basketball. It's just that, like, track season, like, was, like, right there with basketball. So that was, like, bad for me because I was winning nationals at track and stuff. So that was, like, bigger than basketball.
Okay. And then, Bryce, were you at all a hooper or any other sports you played?
Yes, sir. I used to hoop a lot, honestly. I used to play AAU, stuff like that. I'm more than likely playing basketball for the school this year. So.
Oh, you are playing this year?
Yeah, my last 2 years, I couldn't because of the recruiting process, stuff like that. So
now it's slowed down a little bit. Now you got time for that?
Yeah.
Nah,
Coach Trumpor, I guarantee, is excited about that.
No,
Coach is stepping in, though.
Listen, this guy play basketball. He won't stop going in the air like he's Michael Jordan. He's killing me over here, man. Every time I look up, he want to dunk the basketball rim, man.
That's got to be nervous.
Man,
See,
what?
Coach, I was a basketball coach, and who knows? He's off camera right now, but Coach Norman's chiming in.
Listen.
He'll be with us in a second.
He wants to go from the top of the key and dunk every day. Stop it.
Coach, from a basketball coach's point of view, I used to watch my basketball players play football all the time, and every time they got tackled, I just say, "Please get up, just please get up, please get up."
Guys, I'm gonna lose my hair, man. This guy, man, every day is something, man. Then he want to play running back and wide receiver. Man, you trying to hurt me or what, man? I don't want your mama to come kill me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys are chasing after the three-peat. You know, a lot of people say it's tough to get to the top. It's even harder to stay on top. I mean, you guys kind of made it look easy last year. What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, last year I feel like we was going off of our first time winning the championship, and we built more of a stronger bond. We worked harder as a team, and we knew what the standard was now. So we knew we had to get there, because once we get there, we can't be stopped. That's all.
Same thing this year. You're feeling, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I felt like just every year, like last year after we won, we was hungrier coming into that year. Then this year after we won, we was hungry. So I feel like this upcoming year right now, I feel like we real hungry, trying to three-peat, because I don't really think any team in the state done really three-peated for real.
So you guys have, Belleville's had really strong classes as of late, putting a lot of players into college to play college ball. 2004 class is strong. 2025 class is really strong. Who are some of those kids coming up that maybe the classes below that, like some sophomores or maybe some freshmen, we might see step up for you guys this year?
We got a freshman. His name is Kamari. He is on varsity now. He's a receiver. So be ready to watch him for sure.
One of the top targets for you?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Anybody on the defensive side, Jeremiah?
Defensive side, boy named DJ, he played cornerback. I feel like he gonna end up stepping up next year. Actually, this year for real, stepping up, but having a real big role next year on defense, playing cornerback. I feel like he's gonna be one of our lockdown corners. So,
going into last postseason, there were a lot of turmoil going on with the head coach, Coach Rogers having to step in for the playoffs and what that. So you guys had to take somewhat of a leadership role throughout the playoffs, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir.
And then, so how did that transition from the playoff run to this season, the players themselves stepping up into those leadership roles?
Honestly, I feel that we just kept the mindset of us staying strong, staying strong, staying together, and nobody can beat us when we all together. So that's the mindset that we kept.
I feel like us having to lead so much last year just made it 10 times easier to lead this year, come out and just take our team to the top and just tell them what right from wrong.
So besides from you guys, who are some of the main contributors to that leadership player-wise that you guys look up to, that the players on the team listen to that can rally the troops when it's needed?
We had some of the seniors as well. They know that this was their last season, so they wanted to leave off with 2 rings. You feel me? So that was one of their main things, and also me sending them home without a ring is unacceptable for sure.
You feel the same way this year about these guys?
Always, yes, sir.
Yeah. That's excellent. So the coaching changes, what were some things that maybe we didn't see, behind the scenes that made that process difficult? Again, the playoffs went through, you guys made it look easy, but was it affect the offseason at all or anything throughout that playoff run?
Honestly, the only main thing that we was worried about was players leaving and stuff like that, but we just had to keep the same mindset that we had throughout the playoffs and stuff like that, staying together, stuff like that, so.
I feel like staying together was a big thing for us. We talked about it all the time, just keeping it 100. Like, we asked people, like, if you wanted to leave or not, just checking, seeing if everybody good, how they feeling about the situation. I feel like everybody was still locked in with the team, so.
Yeah, that's something you see a lot when coaches bounce out of there or leave, that a lot of players, you may see mass exoduses, and I haven't really heard of anybody from Belleville leaving. So you guys have done a good job holding that together, and it must speak to that bond you guys talk about with your guys' team.
Yes, sir.
What is the biggest bonding thing that you guys do outside of football or maybe outside of school with you and your teammates?
Really probably basketball, really. We all play basketball together a lot. Our linemen sometimes get involved, stuff like that. So when it was during school, we had a 6-hour class, football class, but as soon as the coaching situation changed, we all started to build a bigger bond, playing basketball, stuff like that. Just outside of football, just get to know each other better. So,
Coach, that make you nervous?
Yes, basketball, yes, but that bond he's talking about, you can see it in the basketball, and that brought them a lot closer. I would just, we just let them play, and you could just see the connection that they would have with one another. And I think the coach from Arizona, he came in to do his little recruiting thing, but he saw the bond with those guys, and he said, "Coach, I never seen nothing like this." So, I'm excited about that part. But, Mr. Michael Jordan over here, Jay, man, he's just too much, man. But they all can play basketball. Jeremiah, all of them, the linemen, they all can play good basketball.
That's good. So getting back to those coaches dropping in, kind of the recruiting process with you, Bryce, kind of where are you at with it? Are you getting to the point where you're a little bit sick of it, or are you still liking it?
I'm always enjoy it for sure, but sometimes I have its times like where it's a little overwhelming, but I got to see the bigger picture of it. Like, you don't have a lot of people with this opportunity, so I'm going to take it to full advantage. I'm going to enjoy it the most I can.
So you guys both have, dealt with a lot of college coaches over the past couple of years. Have you guys heard some pretty good sales pitches from these guys or what?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have to name any schools or names, but any of these stand out?
Say it again?
I said you don't have to name any names or schools, but any of these sales pitches from these coaches stand out to you, that ones you always remember?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to say too much. Yeah, for sure.
Nice. So going back to your guys' Belleville squad, you guys have added at least two new coaches in their roles, and that's your offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator coming in are new from the previous season. We'll start, Bryce, with you on the offensive side of things. What can we expect to be different or more of, or is it just a lot of the same?
Honestly, I feel like our mindset is different. We understand the defense is more the whole entire offense is understanding what the defense has going on, so they know where their landmarks are different and stuff like that. So it's a way more advanced offense than we had last year for sure. So expect better.
And is that something that's kind of already implemented, or is that something you guys still need to progress as we prepare for week one?
I say both for sure. We got a lot of stuff that we already have in, stuff like that. And we for sure need way more stuff to get better before week one.
Okay. And Jeremiah, talking on the defensive side of the ball, new defensive coordinator, but I believe he was already on the staff, correct?
Yeah, he was our linebacker coach last year. So I feel like we end up going back to our old defense. I feel like last year we did not pressure a lot like we usually do. So we bring in a lot of pressure, whether it's first down, second down, third down. So we going back to our old ways. I feel like that's going to make our defense 10 times better than what it was last year.
From the linebacker spot, do you feel like that allows you to play a little more free?
Yeah, because last year we were kind of like in a 2-gap scheme where I had to check a gap and a B gap. Now I just got 1 gap, so now I can just hit my gap and run.
And you get to use that speed going sideline to sideline?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So and going back to the offense, so that system that you guys will be running this year, you said way more advanced. You feel like that is going to better prepare you for that college level?
It's preparing me for the NFL.
For the NFL?
Yes, sir.
So we were talking even above college.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So what are some things that, maybe are making it more towards that NFL system as opposed to even college, or making it more advanced?
Usually you just have practice and stuff like that with your offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. We do like 3 or 4 meetings out of the week for sure, just to prepare for what the day brings, stuff like that, what I should be preparing for college, for the NFL, stuff like that. So just giving me different looks, get different perspective for the football period.
So, Bryce, you're entering junior year.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you were starter as a freshman.
Yes, sir.
What was that like, entering in with a roster like Belleville has and getting the ball put in your hands as a freshman?
I say I can't say overworked, but that's kind of what it was. Feel me? So it was like I overworked because I thought they were like just ridiculous. Like I can't do nothing to beat them, anything, period. Just for high school, period. And then me being with the receiver core, the running back core that I had, it was just unreal. It took pressure off of me as well. No, I could depend on those guys.
Is that something you noticed, Jeremiah, that he seemed overwhelmed coming in early on?
I wouldn't even say overwhelmed. I feel like you could tell like that he was poised. You could tell that he worked hard for this. You could tell he came in, was about his business from the first game all the way to state championship. So,
and you put up tremendous numbers freshman year, tremendous numbers sophomore year. What's kind of the biggest part of your game you felt you've improved since that point?
Leadership and me being able to manipulate the defense more.
Or what do you mean by manipulate the defense more?
I say with my eyes and stuff like that. Look one way, get the defense on that way, go back the other side. No look passes, stuff like that.
Oh, we're getting Patrick Mahomes style, huh?
A little something.
That's another basketball court thing he's learning there, Coach.
Yeah, a little bit.
So what is the biggest thing you want to improve upon from now until you do leave Belleville and you get to that college level?
I'd just say more of just me being able to understand the defense more, recognize it, and then know it's that before the plays even snap, for sure. Being able to be quicker on my toes, stuff like that, for sure.
Are you guys both film junkies?
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yeah. From the defensive side, how much goes into that, Jeremiah? What, like, you looking for tendencies from the offense, from, the offensive line, players like that?
Yeah, I'll sit down with my coach and we'll look at formations, what plays they want to do the most out of what formations, what the H-back going to do on certain plays, how wide receivers line up, just the little things to know, like, what play it is, like a little cheat code.
Yeah. And Bryce, you're looking at the same thing film-wise from the offensive side?
For sure. Basically, what do they do first down, first and long, first and 10, stuff like that. Second and long, same exact thing, honestly.
So you guys went your last loss for Belleville was 2 seasons ago against Churchill,
Yeah.
right? You guys went through the regular season pretty easily last year, and then obviously went on to win the state title. So what is kind of the game that you feel that you and your teammates and your boys are looking forward to the most coming up this season?
For the last 2 seasons, honestly, if you watch most of our film, our second quarter is probably our worst quarter, literally. So if we execute throughout the whole game, we unstoppable.
So there isn't a particular game. You're just looking at that quarter, huh?
Yeah, literally second quarter. With Cass, we was up 14-0 first quarter, 21-0 by the halftime. No, they didn't score until the second quarter.
So we're looking at just putting 60 good, solid minutes together.
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah, you feel the same way, or is there a team that, when you guys got on the schedule, that you guys got circled?
I feel the same way. I feel like it's not really no team that we're looking for. I feel like, if anything, it's the opposite way. Teams looking for us, looking to play us. I feel like every team Super Bowl. Our coaches tell us that every day for real.
So in this area, and looking in Southeast Michigan, maybe if you exclude, the teams in the PSL, River Rouge might be one of the teams that has a lot of talent, or maybe just as much talent as you guys. Is that a game that you guys are looking forward to week 1?
We just know we got to play our game. Simple. Nobody can beat us when we all together.
You feel the same way, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I feel like the only way we lose is that if we beat ourselves for real.
Have you guys started to look at some film on them from last season, or?
Yes, sir. We started a couple months ago.
Okay. Did you guys see him in 7-on-7 at all?
No.
No.
No, we didn't get to see him.
Who were some teams that impressed you guys 7-on-7?
That we played against?
Yeah.
Possibly, more than likely, it had to be A&T, Southfield A&T. For sure, they always had weapons, stuff like that. Isaiah Marshall, great quarterback. That's mainly the main team that showed us the most. For sure.
Jeremiah, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I feel like they had a lot of talent. I feel like one of the teams that kind of like snuck up on us, we played DeWitt at Michigan, 7-on-7. They,
DeWitt too.
They came out real strong. You know, we had a dog fight with them. I think we ended up winning by 14 points, maybe like that, 7 points.
Boy, that was 1 point.
Yeah, 1 point, yeah. like last stop.
Last stop to take away a 1 point win.
Yeah.
Sir.
Nice. So you guys, we got the season embarking upon us here. What are the biggest things team wise that you guys both want to see from maybe offensive, defensive side of the ball to get your team ready to go come week 1? So the next 2 weeks, what's the biggest improvements you want to see your teammates make?
Just always giving 100% in everything that they do, no matter what it is. Board work, paying attention on the field, paying attention to details, just giving 100% with everything.
Well, I feel like he said, effort, and another big thing is physicality on defense. Like just, running to the ball, left hands to the ball, being real physical when you get to the ball.
So then we put them pads on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah, are we ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
Anyone allowed to touch Bryce in practice?
No.
Coaches are for sure no. Well, I think that wraps it up with the guys here from Belleville, the Belleville Tigers taking on River Rouge week 1 and then going through the KLA, looking for another league championship and obviously another three-peat to the state title. Thanks for dropping in, boys. Bryce, good luck this season. Jeremiah, good luck this season. To the rest of the Belleville Tigers as well. We'll have Coach Norman on next year on the Prep Pod after this break.